Hello, everyone. Shara. Welcome. I'm super excited. It's Tay again. Welcome to today's live. I am here with one of my business partners, and we are going to talk about mindset. Mindset matters because it's all about mindset, right? 90% mindset, 10% strategy. Well, however you want to look at it. But I'm excited. And I'm excited to have all of you here. So if you're watching us, drop an emoji in the comments to let us know that you've come by. And if you're watching the replay later, uh, drop a replay or a hi so that we know that you stopped by too. All right. So I'm Tay. For all of you who don't know me, I am a business coach and I've been running my business all online for quite a while now, and I am doing it full time. I'm a mom, a wife, and a business mentor and business coach, all online. And I will have Pania introduce herself so that you guys will get to know her a little bit too. Pania, share a little about yourself.
Hi, I am Panya. I am a mom of 3 boys, a wife. I always get this part mixed up, even though I do it so many times. Admin coordinator by profession. I am a business mentor and an online business owner. And I started this business a few years ago. And what else am I supposed to share?
You must be late there for you.
A little. I think
Well,
that's it, right? Yeah.
yeah, thank you for sharing. Thank you. So, thank you for being here. I know it's late where you are, and just proves how global we are, and that we can use the internet to work for us. And today, that's a topic for another day. But today, we're going to dive into how your mindset determines your results in business. Because let's be real, okay? Skills, strategies, and tools are important, very important. But your mindset is what keeps you going even when things get tough. And I've personally had moments where doubt crept in, where I questioned whether I was cut out for this. What about you, Pania? Did you have doubts? And
Yes, we sure did. I had lots of those. Um, Lots of self-doubt, lots of second guessing and um confidence that I doubted, even though I knew I could do it, but because I was starting something new, so my mindset was not there for me when I started.
mm, mm. I've learned something important. Um, that your success starts with what you tell yourself every day. I'm
It's
sure we
true.
all started with a negative mindset or like that self sabotage talk. So today, let's break it down. Okay. How can we build a mindset that supports success instead of holding us back? I'll start with one thing: the stories that we tell ourselves, right? Like I was just saying, the self sabotage or the positive thoughts. And so just those stories that we tell ourselves in our mind, we talk to ourselves all the time. So your thoughts shape your actions. And if you constantly tell yourself, I'm not good at this, I'm not a business person, I don't know if I can succeed, well, guess what? You'll start believing it, and those thoughts will keep you from moving forward. Panya, any of those thoughts go through your mind?
Yes, at the very beginning, um, after I finished my trainings and I was ready to go in all in, I think I was good for a month and a half, and then that's when everything started to um sink in. And then the negative start to flow, and then that's exactly when Tay says where that confidence wasn't there. So I just started doubting myself, and then that's how I struggled the first year, and then one day I just woke up and wanted change, and I changed my mindset, and it's it's been a good start since I picked up. the book that changed my mindset. And I been on a good track. And then, we all have our days. And yes, when you take on too much, your mindset starts to shift a little. But then because I've been doing it for a few months now, it didn't go back to the point where like I just, completely shut down and continued on that negative path. I think that's probably my biggest push is because I've been doing it for a while now with that positivity mindset. That's what continue to support me and push me through without, saying, okay, I give up and stuff like that. Even though I was going down that mine or that road, and I still have that positivity to kind of offset that. So there was no negative coming in. It's just I was still doing what I needed to do, but I was just needing to find myself again. So yeah, it happens.
Mhm.
It's okay that it happens.
Yeah. I think sometimes we have to go through things in order for us to figure out what to do next,
Mhm.
and see and actually experience it. I mean, hey, it wasn't only you. I've had all of the excuses in the book in my mental, my
Mhm.
mental book of excuses of I don't have time, I can't do this, there's too much going on, too much family gatherings. Been there, done that. Yeah, so I totally hear where you're coming from. But I'm so glad that you had a mindset shift. And I mean, honestly, if you don't shift that mindset, then it's just going to keep staying there, right? So, like, if you don't shift it to say, I may not know everything, but I'm willing to learn, or every successful person started as a beginner with a negative mindset too, or I deserve success just as much as anyone else. When you start talking to yourself, telling yourself those kind of stories, then you start seeing opportunities instead of obstacles. And that's exactly what happened to you and me. I can probably say you too, to us, that our mindset shift. And honestly, again, we had to let go of the limiting beliefs that were keeping us stuck and start seeing the possibilities instead of the excuses, right?
That's right.
So let me ask you, what happens when you shift your mindset?
You see things in a different way. So, the biggest piece is you don't, even though the things around you are negative impacts or negative actions, you don't take it as, I don't take it as negative anymore. I see it and I turn it around and reinforce it or re rephrase it in a positive way. So I've come a long ways, and yes, there are moments that um I always have to step back, but I find myself, and so that's a good thing. And um that's kind of how my mindset has been.
You're right. You're right. When I changed the way I thought about success, I also noticed a few things too that started happening. I actually stopped waiting for permission. Instead of wondering if I was ready, I just started taking action. And I also was able to handle setbacks when I shifted my mindset too, differently. Because instead of seeing challenges and roadblocks, I started seeing them as lessons. And I started showing up differently too. I started believing in my ability to figure things out, and that confidence changed everything. And this is why mindset is the most powerful thing, right? Because it shifts how you see yourself in your business. And I'm glad that you sharing that, how when you shift it, you started seeing things differently too. And I think that happens for a lot of us if when you actually uh, figure out, or you actually make the decision or make the choice to choose to change, right?
Mhm.
The three C's.
Yeah.
Mhm. So how do we strengthen our mindset for long-term success, um, if we want to build a strong mindset that keeps us moving forward?
definitely keep working on it because it doesn't happen overnight. Like I shared, it's been a while since I started on this journey, and surround yourself with positive things, podcasts, books, your environment. If you have a lot of negative in your environment, change that, because if you don't make the change, you won't be able to succeed, like, right? Because at the beginning, when I did start changing my mindset, is like I eventually hit a bump, and then it's like I went back, but then I got back in. And so it keeps going back and forth, because it's always going to go back and forth at the beginning. So as long as you hold yourself accountable and start to do little changes here and there without, noting it down, but you just do it without like realizing it. Because that's the whole point of being positive and having gratitude, right? Is do it without expecting it from yourself. And then eventually, as you do it enough, you will start to do it without even realizing it. Say your little things here and there throughout the day, and eventually you'll get yourself on track. And I thought of something earlier that I was going to share, but I'm a little tired, so it kind of went away. But positivity goes a long way, and if you continue down the road of um, just having that negative mindset, you won't be able to succeed. And I was like, that's not going to happen to me, right? But even though when you use the word negative, it can be so much more than just like somebody being negative to you, right? Because you can be negative to yourself. You can have other thoughts, versus what other people are saying to you or about your business or about you in general. So it comes in all forms, just like everything else. So positive mindset does play a big role in your life and in your business, and in succeeding anything that you want to achieve in life, right? So it starts with you, and it really does, because even though you keep saying you do it tomorrow, and if you don't make the effort, then it's not going to happen. Because I know firsthand, because we're so used to like looking at our phones and scrolling through social media or playing games, instead of doing something that we feel that we know that we should, right? Because we have that mindset, oh, I can do it tomorrow, or I can focus it or pick it up tomorrow, right? So even though we don't notice those little excuses that we're saying that are not excuses, it's because our mind is blocking that out, right? Because we just want to relax when we're home from working along our shift. So if you can't do it like full blown, push your set little goals here and there, and it will show in the long run. And it's not like you're doing it for anybody. Don't make it don't make it a task to do it for somebody. You got to do it for yourself. That was my biggest challenge that I challenged myself, because one of our training that I resonated with a lot was, are you thinking about yourself? When the question was asked, right? And then I'm thinking like, no, none of the three whys that I picked was around me. It was around my family, right? And then that's when I was like, okay, that's totally true. Being a mom plays into that role too, in our mindset, because we're like, oh, we got to take care of this one, we got to take care of that one. I have 3 boys, as I shared, and I have a husband, kind of like a kid, so 4. So we're in that mommy mode, and we're always caring for others. And then if we're working, we're always trying to care for our job too, right? And on top of that, when we're um running an online business. So those were a lot of things that I thought of more when I was asked that question. And then once our trainer was like, if you didn't put you in there, then you should start, to love yourself. And then now every now and then I tell my audiences and my husband and my kids, today is about me, or the next 5 minutes is about me. And I'm learning to accept that, right? Without feeling guilty, because we know that us as moms, we feel guilty for even taking 5 minutes away from them or closing the door on them when we're trying to use the bathroom or anything, right? Um, so don't be afraid to put yourself first and changing your mindset, because hey, if you're not mentally there or happy, eventually it will catch up to you. Um and it's gonna be hard if you don't have that support beam, right? So lucky me, I have a community that I was able to lean on and listen to and get inspired from. So here we are today talking about mindset, because it's happened to us. And maybe, if we talked about this a few months ago, I'm like, what is mindset, right? Because my mindset is about going to work, getting my work done, coming home, and then hanging out with my boys, and then scroll on social media. That's my own mindset, right? So don't be afraid to change your mindset for yourself, because you matter just like anybody else.
Absolutely. You're right. We lose ourselves. Like, I don't know about any other community, but in the Hmong community, when we get married, we lose our name. We lose who we are because we're only called by our husband's name, and we're only called by our children's mom. Like, they put the child's name in front and then they say their mom, right? Like, if somebody was Andrew, it'll be Andrew's mom. Or if your husband's name is Tom, it'll be in the Hmong word be Nia Tom, right? And so you lose your identity, you lose yourself, and then you also feel guilty because you have to take care of responsibilities and stuff. And honestly, your mindset, it's kind of like, I'm not sure the word to say it, but there's lack of better words, it's like suppressed, right? And so you forget. And now that we're in this business, and then you mentioned the community and the amazing community that supportive and giving and generous and always there to share, and everybody has something to share. And so I'm glad that you mentioned that that you are able to say it's time for me time, right? And it's okay to say that. It's not selfish, because we all need that time. And here's 3 things, okay, that really helped me too when I was having that mindset shift and going through the same thing too. First thing is, you have to learn how to protect your energy, okay? And because you have to be mindful of who and what you're listening to. And if you're surrounded by negativity, you have to learn how to build a negativity proof mindset, right? And it will impact your mindset if you are surrounded by negativity. So surround yourself with people who inspire and who lift you up. Okay, so that's one thing. So number 2, turn fear into fuel. Okay, do it scared. Use it to fuel you to move to the next step or to push you forward. Instead of letting your fear stop you, use it as motivation. If something scares you, it probably means growth is on the other side, right? Or success, right? Sweet, sweet success. And then number 3, don't forget to celebrate your progress. Not just big wins, but sometimes we get so focused on the end goal that we forget to celebrate the small steps, or we forget to expect or wait for the small steps. Don't focus too much on the end goal, because when you focus too much on the end goal, you're stuck on focusing on the end goal. Then you forget to work on the little steps before the end goal. And if every day you're just saying, I want results, then that's where you're stuck at. Then you don't know how to move on to the next step. But success is built on one step at a time. Okay, so you have to learn how to acknowledge, and I had to learn how to acknowledge that my growth along the way everybody, you have to acknowledge your growth along the way. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's the three things that kind of helped me really shift my mindset and build a negative proof mindset too. And negative, like you said, sometimes doesn't even sound like negative. It could be just a thought of, oh, I hope this works, right? That's a negative thought. It has to be your mindset. You'll catch it, like you said. You'll eventually catch it once you start working on it, and it goes longer and longer. You start to build that muscle. It's like a muscle that you work on. And so yeah, mindset matters. So anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think
Mm.
it's good enough.
Yeah, so like, at the end of the day, your mindset is either pushing you forward or holding you back. But the good news is you're in control. You have full control of it because your mind and your brain is the strongest and most powerful thing. And remember that the way we talk to ourselves shapes our success and shapes our reality. Small mindset set shift can lead to big, massive changes in how you show up for your business, for your life, for anything, right? And remember that growth happens when you stop waiting and you start believing in yourself, because when you believe in yourself, you're already halfway there. But now, I'd love to hear from our viewers what's one thought or belief you've changed that has helped you move forward. Drop it in the comments so me and Panya will know that that we know that everybody has limiting thoughts. And you have to be able to acknowledge that to be able to move forward. It's like healing, right? You have to stop picking at that scab so it will heal. So in order to stop picking, you have to acknowledge that you do have limiting beliefs and you have to figure out what they are so that you can be able to move forward. So remember, your success starts in your mind. So keep believing and keep learning. And most importantly, keep taking action. All right, Punya, thank you so much for being here with me today. I appreciate you. I know it's pretty late there, but you got this, okay? You're tired, but you've come so far and you've grown so much in your business, and congratulations to all your successes. And I'm super excited to and look forward to celebrating more with you, especially even though this mindset shift is a big success too. So congratulations on that. Congratulations on all of the results and blessings you got in your business too.
You too, girl.
You're welcome. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. And if you are catching the replay, do drop a emoji so we know you stopped by too. All right. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, wherever you are tuning in from. Bye. Shiji Dua. Thank you. Ciao.